Well, hello there, and welcome to my channel. It's Kate in the Nest, and yes, I'm back. Now, there's a story to this one. I was looking at my thumbnails in my last few videos, and I thought, oh, my colorway is going um, in a different direction. I've just been working on my March memory pouch, and it's very neutral and natural and vintage, and one of you beautifully said even Victorian. Loving that. I've got another project that I'm not ready to share on the go that I just can't stop in another colorway. And then I've read a couple of comments today that asked me about my bracelets that I've been wearing, and it's these ones. They are crocheted inside with wire in them. I'd be honoured to say that I made them, but I did not. I picked these up when I was on holidays in Thailand at Christmas time. So the story continues. I said that I would show you those in much more detail. They're so easy to wear. Okay, that led me to thinking about that I hadn't looked in my travel pouch since I was over there, because I made this little one to carry with me, and it started me thinking about the memories that went with that one. And then perched right beside it, see, there always has to be a story, was this little needle book that I made in the warm colours. And one of my Facebook kin has been making pieces in warm colours. So I replied to her today, and it just made me smile. So here was this saying, Joy, are you starting to pick up the gist or the gist? It led me back to this little bag that I made while I was stitching by the sea. And I want to do a shout out to the absolutely gorgeous Kiki, who is holidaying by the sea as we speak. And I was just thinking of how wonderful the water is. So I quickly put my holiday dress on, put some bright colours on, and here we go, my friends. Let's have a mid-week holiday. How are you going? Is it feeling like a holiday where you are, or are we in the grind? I'm not in the grind. I'm so happy, but I feel incredibly busy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's all right. So I'm going to show you this little bag in a minute, but there's a lot unfinished on it. But I am just summoning back those beautiful feelings of getting to stitch every day, looking at the ocean. So all the materials, I took that little blanket with me, but I ran out, so I had to buy some wadding over there. I ran out of thread, so I had to buy some fluoros, and I took this fabric from our local Mittagong quilt store, Thread Botanica, and then I needed other bits. So I bought fabric. I bought this at the market. I bought these in the same market that I bought my bracelets. So it's all these reminders. Look how fluoro those little ladybug bits are. And I bought those at the market. So this is a bag and I bought them over there. It's not lined, and there's still work to do on it. And I did show this at their request to Sydney, I'm sorry, see, I'm getting everything. Sydney, Sandra, and Carol the other day, and they said, get back onto that, Kate. So I also found my Swan pincushion. She's ready to go, and that reminds me, I had a beautiful email from my friend Amelia in Tasmania, who had found a swan doily. And it made her laugh and think of me. So there's been lots of cheery things happening today. So let's get started. What have I got beside me? I'll turn the swan upside down. I've got some little bits of fabric, although now I can see too much blue in that. I've got some of my painted little bits that I'm using on other pieces. This bit of frill, a little bit of fabric here. And if there's a space, I would love to do some more thread painting in wool because I didn't have wool with me. Let's just, that's so pretty. So this is spring for, where did that go? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I've got threads everywhere before I even start. It's because I'm thinking of Threads Botanica. Is that beautiful? So let me see if I've got any bare. I haven't bound these edges, so maybe, or even up there. Wouldn't that be cute? Okay. Unplanned as always. But I do like those cross stitches. I did use it. I stitched it on the plane coming home, I remember. They do say, you know, that's the amazing thing about a holiday is some people, well, for me, it just goes on and on. And I have learned to collect not expensive things that keep the experience going. I have to say, it's very humid here. There's some rolling thunder. So I do need to slow down. My excitement is getting to me. Okay, I've done my knot. See, that's become a habit now. It's a very long needle I found. So we're just binding the edges. Slow down, okay. My stitches length has a direct correlation. So go smaller and quieter and slower. I suppose this is another example of why I need multiple projects, because yesterday I couldn't have done anything other than my memory pouch because they were the colours that were speaking to me. But thanks to the inspiration of others, today we're in a fiesta. And now this is just crochet cotton. So let's go down and across. I've been practicing that so they're straighter. Oh, we will have to attend to that. bury that end. I will end up lining this bag, I think, and I might use some of this same fabric inside, but I'll patch it. It won't be consistent because look at that. Sorry about that little noise there, but that's happiness inside. Okay, so that's that. Now, what did I have? I've also got, let's let the fun begin. I'm looking, I don't think it's snow. Snow, gosh. Smoke. I can hear a helicopter. Which I might be going to the hospital. I always think of people when I hear that. Okay, a little dingle dangle there. And I've got, see, now that I've got my paints, and I keep promising, but I will deliver, I'll do a separate. We'll get the water and the paintbrushes out, and we'll start doing some of this, because it was white and now it's not. I might do a fringe there. Sorry, I'm just leaving you. No, can't get it. I had something else I wanted to. My mind's thinking of 100 things at once. Settle, Kate. I'd really like to do some embroidery as well as putting that on. I've got this one. Actually, that might be nice over there too. I don't think handles can ever have to. Oh, and that's right. I might do a wrap, although that is a beautiful natural colour. See? Can you hear how excited I am again already? Just have to sit down, be inspired, and commit to just making. Yep, like that. That can go there. Now, where's that material again? I don't know whether I've got enough space for this, but let's. Okay. No, she's too big there. Might have to look at this little one. I'm adding my garden I'm adding a flower to my garden after making it very full. Okay, let's chop this row of petals off. Sorry. Yep, and they can go around there like that. Yeah, nothing covered. And this is orange. There's enough of that fabric showing elsewhere. So let's get some pretty pink wool. Okay, I want to do first, I'm going to applique this down. Maybe if I put them in there, it won't make as much noise. That's a good idea. Apologies if you can't see this, I'm just getting it started around the side. Okay, so just big applique stitches. So I'm going straight down and then like 1/4 of an inch across and then straight and around. Forgot to go straight. Concentrating on the pin instead. Now we're right. And it is harder now that I've sewn that up. I did a fair bit of this with it open. Not impossible, but I realise how lucky I am now to have merino wool. Over there I had acrylic from the little tiny shop in the markets. So it's come home with me, and now I've got a bit of home showing on her. A few more. And then let's go down here. There's a little bit of light pink done. let's go under. And let's think about where this petal, the direction. So I'm going to go over here, hope for the best. Eek! Oh, that's got a lot of layers. I'm going to go up. That's what Fleur taught me. She actually often does little lines before she stitches. Got these in a bit. Now, oh, getting challenging. Sorry, I just have to finish this. And I have hardly any thread. Oh my gosh. You're lucky. There we go. Rather wild, but it will do. All right, let's have a look on this other side. This had been dyed, but I find that a little bit hot for me. A little bit hot pinky, but I am pleased with the dimension. Maybe this is the place for the dingles. Nip. Nip. Let's go for a frill instead. A little bit of petticoat effect. Let's just use wool again. I just realized I haven't checked my phone storage for a long while. If it beeps and disappears. Okay, I am going to do a gather. It's not the softest material. No shape in my mind at the moment, but just this idea of softening this pink. What's the angle? I'd actually look from above, get the perspective. I'll probably paint that white at some point. Look at those cute little French knots. I don't remember doing them ever. Can we snuggle? Yep, I think we can. I mean, as I sit down, I can tell you in confidence that I have twisted a thread around my ankle. Feels like if I stood up again, I would fall over. Oh. Hello, strawberry. That reminds me, I cut out that little tulip at the beginning and I was going to put some embroidery on here. Okay, so there we are. We've sort of made a little skirt. Pull this end so we don't lose the frill upon frill. And now wildly crumple it in place. Not easy, my friends. Oh, it's because I'm going through multiple. Oh, let's find the hole in our lace. Yep. Let's bury that underneath there. So it's the best of both worlds. Frill and frill. Seeing we're going in this direction. And plenty of cotton left. Oh, wool. Oh. What's the easiest place because it's getting harder? I feel like I deserve to get to this piece of orange. Okay, this is softer. Let's just do, what am I doing? Oh, seed stitch. Just blends all of these in, and if you're feeling it, it just gives that lovely texture. Okay, let's go upside down now. now we can do some crosses. Love those at the moment. So I've got 3 of those, and then let's continue the journey. Up here, across the leaf, past the orange, and over to that fluoro orange. Can't even remember doing that. And this will need to get bound. It will have fringe. That's what I was trying to show you, but I don't know. I never know how to show you the same piece over and over, or just always show you something new. So it depends. But for now, that's been a little lovely reminder. Oh, doesn't that go perfectly? Maybe that will have to be inside. Well, I was going to, yeah, isn't that pretty? Can't fit on the outside. So there we are. Kate's going to pretend right now that she's off again on holidays instead of going to look after the domestics. But now that I've had that little play, much more in the mood for all of it. So thank you as always for being with me. I hope you've enjoyed that. We've got flowers, strawberries, lady beetles, flowers, fringes, and my happy colours. So until next time, keep well, take care, and see you soon. Bye.